ho, ho. It's Christmas Eve with St. Luke's.
Oh my gosh, is it already?
Yes.
Christmas
I'm
is
so
almost
excited.
here.
If you're
Wow.
watching, we have our Christmas clothes on and our Christmas hats.
Yeah.
It's Pastor Jenn, Pastor Melissa, and it's our special We Talk About Christmas.
I hope they edited like jingle bells behind that intro.
Yeah, we
my
need some.
gosh.
We should have brought instruments
I hope
and
that
stuff.
I hope that was
Horses,
behind us right
horses,
now.
horses.
Otherwise, it's gonna be really awkward
Jimmy
that I
Fallon
just
and the
said
band
that.
when they do
the children's
instruments.
instruments.
Done that next year.
Okay,
Christmas
so we've
brief.
done Christmas trivia like for the last few years. We don't have Jeremy with us, so we can't do. I feel like we can't do the Christmas trivia without Jeremy. So
okay.
let's go on to like some favorite things. So I got one for you.
Favorite things, which is not a Christmas song, actually.
But it's
we all know
associated
it's
with
from
Christmas.
Sound of
We
Music.
do.
Right.
We all should know that now
do.
after
Right.
this year. So favorite Christmas song since we're on that. Let's go.
Again, I think we've asked this before, but like, is it like Christmas, like fun song, or like
It can
carol?
be anything you want.
Wow. If they're just listening, we're all thinking.
Yeah.
The Apple spinning wheel is in our heads right now.
If it's song, it's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Mariah
definitely
Carey.
up there.
Any version. I'm anyone singing it. Yeah, I just love that song.
Whenever I think of that song, I think
Didn't,
of
didn't.
the scene in Love Actually, where
Actually,
the little
yeah.
girl sings it.
Yeah, love it.
And there's a little boy who has a crush on her, and she says, "All I want for Christmas is you," and points at him, but then she says, "And you," and points at someone else, and you, and points at someone else, and it just devastates him.
Yep.
But they end up together in the
She
end.
gives him a kiss at the
So
end, right? Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
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 What about you?
If we go by hymn, like "Hark the Herald Angels Sing" is a favorite hymn. "Joy to the World" lifts my spirit just anytime I begin to hear it. And I think of that moment at Christmas Eve candlelight, when we lift them up. So it's not only the song, it is the song, the words, the hymnody to it, but also then the connection we all have to it. We joyfully lift our light up. So that song has all of those things mixed up in it for me.
I love "Go Tell It on the Mountain."
Very much a Christmas song.
One of my favorites.
Yep.
And it also, in the verses, it basically like implies prevenient grace too, like that things were already there. So
I've heard the bells on Christmas Day. That's another one that I really
that's moody.
like. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like in the bleak midwinter.
Right.
I really, really like those. I know everyone used to joke that Bill,
Yeah.
that was Bill's. It was not his favorite, by
favorite.
the way. But it's one of my favorites. I actually love In the Bleak Midwinter.
Well, it speaks about the presence of God and love being born in the midst of whatever our context is.
right.
And we all need to hear that, right? Yeah.
All right, what's your question?
So I think three of us all enjoy decorating for Christmas.
I do.
So fun fact, when I may have shared this before, when I was a
Chad does
kid,
not.
I had my own small Christmas tree that was mine, like as a child.
Nice.
Only child world, you can do those things. And so every year my parents gave me a different ornament that represented whatever I did that year. So one year it was a soccer ornament, and one year it was, a French horn ornament, which I do not play. Did for like 2 years. And so like each year there was something that was special, so that when they said that when I graduated, like when I would go have my own family or whatever, I would have a tree full of ornaments, and they all would have.
I've said that to my kids too, and I won't let them take them.
Well, there's that. So, question being, what is your favorite ornament on any of your trees? Because I know some of us have multiple.
Trees. We all have multiple ornaments.
I don't know your life.
One ornament. That's it. That's all I have.
Okay, you go, Melissa. You asked the question. You go.
Oh my gosh, one of my favorite ornaments. So we have a tree that's all like Disney ornaments, and I'll say it's two, but I have two ornaments that came out of McDonald's Happy Meals, when McDonald's Happy Meals had really good toys in them, and they had a couple of years where they would do these really nice felt ornaments, and I have them of Jacques and Gus Gus from Cinderella, and they're just the cutest little mice ornaments. They're some of my absolute favorites because they don't make them like that anymore.
Right.
From McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of one in particular, but the processes of bringing them all out and remembering, oh, my grandmother gave me this. Remember Lily made this, or Hayden or Leighton made this, or dear friends gave this to us. That process of pulling them out and what they represent in the story they have is the fun I find in decorating. Yeah.
I don't have a particular ornament. I have though because again, like you said, Jad, like there's a story behind. I mean, we have broken ones because my Christmas tree has fallen like several times, and we put broken ones back on. We just we can't give them up. And we have a Disney tree, and then we have the ones the kids have made. But my favorite thing about a Christmas tree is a star, a beautiful gold, delicate filigree star, 3D star that my mom and dad gave me when I moved moved out of the house and moved into my first apartment and my first Christmas on my own after graduation. And they gave me a star, and they bought it at Disney Village back when it was Disney Village. Yeah. And it's 3D, and it's not, it gets crushed sometimes, and I've had it 30 plus years now. And I look for other, like every year John's like, maybe we should get a new star because I have to have a star on my tree. We should get a new star, and I can't find one that I like as much, but also I cannot get rid of it because my mom and dad bought it, but my dad bought it for me, and it was like, it's my thing, it's my star. And John and I were together that Christmas. We got engaged that Christmas with that star on that tree, by that tree, and so cool. It's not just mine, but it's John and I. So yeah. That's for me.
That's a good story.
Love it.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you started with saying we're not going to do trivia, but that's the questions I have. I have lines from Christmas movies.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the line, and you need to tell me the movie. Okay. And we'll start kind of slow and easy. Okay. Okay, and then we'll work into the harder ones.
Look, if you can't see me, I have my hand on my head. I'm like ready.
We're not competitive.
We're not competitive. I'm ready.
Not at all.
All right, and we're not going to do points because I'm dyslexic and I can't count. So, so here's the first quote. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
It's Wonderful Life.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding. 10 points. Gold star. Really well done there. So here's the next one. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing loud.
Elf.
For all to hear.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Jen's way up top here.
I think the game you're playing is.
Okay. I'll open my eyes. I have my eyes closed. Okay, they're
getting a little harder here. But sir, Christmas is a time for giving, a time to be with one's family. Oh yeah, that's a lot harder.
Christmas Carol.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Well done.
How did I get Christmas Carol before you?
So what's funny was I was going through the Christmas Carol movie.
Oh, you were going to be specific.
Scrooge, or is that...
You were going to be really specific.
Is it the Muppet Christmas? Which one is that from?
No, yeah.
Okay, this is an easy one, but I'm going to do it. Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's heart grew 3 times that day.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, wow. No. Nice. Didn't get it.
That's good.
Okay, we've referenced this one before. Here's the quote. To me, you are perfect.
Oh, Love Actually.
Yeah, Love Actually.
Which one is that?
It's what the drummer boy says. What the drummer boy says. To me, you're perfect.
That's
so
right.
Sweet.
Okay.
Liam Neeson's son, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. Christmas isn't just a day; it's a frame of mind.
Ooh.
We're going back here. Christmas isn't just a day; it's a frame of mind.
Is that Miracle on 34th Street?
It is. Wow. Melissa
nice. Melissa's winning.
Really pulling it out here. Here we go. Oh,
wait,
wow.
Who said?
Isn't that what the girl says to Santa?
No.
Or she says to the...
It's what the guy says to the mom, right?
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. Gosh, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I haven't either.
Which one do you like? Do you like the original one?
I don't know that
I've.
I don't know that I've ever seen a new one.
Yeah,
I think the only one I have context for is the original.
I mean, that's the real Santa.
That was a big.
come on.
That was that was on repeat in my house for sure.
I love that one.
Here's a fun one. I know it's on everyone's
we have to
yearly
cut this out because I'm not winning.
playlist.
And I really like
Maybe you get some of these.
Nope.
Maybe you get some of these.
Nope.
So, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Home Alone.
Yeah, there we go. I think we're tied now. Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas.
Isn't that Christmas Vacation?
Yes. All right. Here's a good heartfelt one. Here's the quote. It's not what's under the Christmas tree that matters, but who's around it.
I have that sign in my well, I'm not gonna
your
say
Christmas
it
room
because everyone makes fun of Jen's signs in her room.
Look,
signs are great.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, see that somehow that was not part of my Christmas upbringing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I missed the Charlie Brown.
Oh my gosh, such a good one. Okay, here's.
I watched Great Pumpkin. It's a lot. Those children are not nice to each other.
No, they're
anyway,
not.
Go ahead.
They're not. Okay.
They got nicer, kind of in the. Anyway.
Last one. Seeing is believing, but sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
Santa Claus. Yes, it is. She says that.
Well, maybe the Polar Express stole it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That was fun. Yeah. So what is your favorite obscure Christmas movie? Not the one that like everyone like. Of course, we always watch Elf.
I think I've mentioned this one before.
Yes, you have.
And I didn't know it was obscure. It's a movie called Just Santa Claus. It has John Lithgow in it.
Yeah,
Who is the evil it's so 80s.
Candy,
it is the most 80s.
I still do not
that you can ever. Okay, we're gonna have a movie date so that you can watch
Pastors
this.
Movie time.
Dudley Moore is the elf.
Yep.
And he's an elf who's like, doesn't live up to elfdom, but saves the day in the end, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And
every year we talk about this, but
that's my quintessential Christmas. That is my Santa Claus.
I was going to say that. I said
that is my Santa Claus and Mrs. Santa, and it is
how they begin. The opening scene about how they become Santa Claus and Mrs. Santa Claus is.
We'll set this date up. Maybe we'll do that later this week.
I think that scene, like that earthy Nordic family.
Yep.
I said Nordic twice in 2 weeks or this week. That's I love red and green. Mm-hmm. But that earthy, beginning kind of always is Christmas for me.
Yeah. The other one that I'll put in this category is Prancer, that I feel like wasn't that obscure, but I don't feel like I hear much about it.
Right.
I don't know what that one is.
So I have. Do you have was that your obscure one?
I didn't know it was obscure because it came out in 89. It was at the
I feel like if Jen doesn't know it, it's obscure. I feel like that's my line. That's really obscure if Jen doesn't know it. So.
I know Prancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's yours? So
I have two different categories. I have the obscure. They're not Christmas movies.
See,
but they are Christmas to me because, for instance, Serendipity, John Cusack.
Yes,
it begins at Christmas in New York. Mm-hmm. It is a Christmas movie to me. It's Christmas in New York. That's why.
Okay.
Sleepless in Seattle has an amazing whole Christmas scene where she's driving and she's singing horses, 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 jingling. Mm-hmm. John and I, that's our movie too. Our first date was that movie. It's a Christmas movie. Harry Potter, I know this is controversial. Harry Potter, because of the scenes in the first one and the second one around Christmas movie. So that's what makes them obscure, is that for me, I think of them as Christmas movies.
Well, and I like the way you frame it, because then I can say Die Hard for me
correct
is a Christmas movie. It might not be for you.
So my obscure ones are oh my gosh, there's two. there's the ones we watch on Christmas Eve morning while we're cooking, is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
And where he's looking for the doll, the what's it called? Action hero doll for his kid. You all have no idea what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking. I do know.
It's really funny. It's got Rita Wilson, and it's really funny. And then the other one is Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito, Christian Chenoweth, and Matthew Broderick. And it is hysterical. And the one from Sex and the City, and Danny DeVito and Christian Chenoweth move into Matthew Broderick, and it's up north, and he is like Mr. Christmas in the town, and Danny DeVito comes in and like gives him a run for his money, and has this desire to have his Christmas lights be seen from Google Earth. And so it's this competition, and it is so rare, so random, and so dumb.
I feel like there is an opportunity for us to have a podcast. Jen describes movies.
Right.
Sorry.
No, I just thought about that. Like you love movies.
I do love
and
movies.
I enjoy like your attempt at summarizing them.
Correct. Which is hard. Because then I think about all the different scenes and I go into it.
Yeah.
But there is one coming out this Christmas, and we're filming this before Christmas, so I haven't seen it yet. But I think it's called Red One.
The Red One? Yeah, Red One. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
With The Rock.
This seems amazing. And Chris Evans, I'm so excited about this
J.K. Simmons plays Santa Claus, and he's like buff.
I'm so psyched about this movie. So see me in the new year, and I'll let you know if it was good or not.
So that leads me to my next question, if we have time. What new movies in the last 5 years that have come out are like new? They've added to your list of like Christmas movies.
Spirited.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that I would even. Christmas movies are made in the 50s in my brain. Like that, I feel like that is like, there's just an attachment there of like the movies of my childhood and a lot of other people's childhoods. They were different ages. So for me, like that, it's hard for me to like fully embrace modern Christmas movies. Elf has gotten close, and it's because my husband, I love it, but like to feel like nostalgia around it. Love Actually is like in there for me because I just fell in love with that movie. Spirited definitely got up there, particularly because we used it last year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The sequel to The Christmas Story. I enjoyed it. It hit all the nostalgia notes.
That's good.
And I enjoyed that one.
I love every Santa Claus movie except for 3.
Claus.
With the
Santa
E?
The Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Except the 6th one or 18th one? Which one?
Actually, I watched the Disney one, the Disney Plus series that was on, and I like that too. Anyway,
Have you seen the old Babes in Toyland with Annette Funicello?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, she's seen it.
Look, I would have assumed you saw Santa Claus with John Lithgow.
Let's bring this crazy podcast because people are bored now.
I just think it gives things that were.
So, most meaningful Christmas moment, and we'll end with that.
So Christmas is the season in which I fell in love with my husband, my now husband. We started dating in November of a year. And so it was that like magical beginning of, falling in love with someone in the midst of magical Christmas and learning how much he loves Christmas. And so it was our first Christmas dating. And one of the things, we were in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is where I went to college. And one of the things that was part of making Christmas every year was going to the Opryland Hotel, which they do a little bit of it at Gaylord Palms. It is nothing like Opryland Hotel that just decorates everywhere. And so it is an experience to go walk through the Opryland Hotel and like see all of the stuff. And this was before ice was a thing. Like this was just the decorations in the hotel. And we went and we walked around and we took silly pictures. And so like that is one of my like core Christmas memories was, before I knew 100% that this was going to be my husband, but still is one of our earliest kind of memories together, centers around magic of Christmas. So,
I'm not getting emotional. Something just got my throat. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I really am not getting emotional. Something's in my throat. We always have the white envelope. And that's always an important part of the gift of we're giving. Mm-hmm. That's huge for us.
Do people know what the white envelope is?
I mean, we've talked about it in like 17 podcasts for Christmas Eve, but it's an envelope that's in the tree, and it's usually the last gift opened, and in it describes a charity, a non-for-profit that has been given in our name to that. And my mom still actually does we do it as a family, but my mom always buys an ornament or some sort of small little gift that has a date on it, and then an envelope, a white envelope for each of her grandchildren that says, this gift was given to, like, yeah, it's not a spoiler for them. She's giving to Cross Ministries in each of the grandkids' names, and so it's a continuation of, this is a season of giving, not receiving. Well, we receive the gift of Jesus, and so we give. So that's always a great memory.
I think there's two for me, and one is that the year I had cancer, which was also, I think it was our 25th anniversary year, we did a renewal of vows after the last Christmas Eve service, and our kids were there, and Bradley sang, and Bill did it, and our friends Skip and Steven made flowers, and everything, and it was just beautiful to renew, because we couldn't get married at Christmas because my family were all pastors, and they said you can't get married at Christmas, which I really wanted to, so I did my renewal of vows at Christmas, and it was awesome. But another time was riding around St. Petersburg as a kid with my dad and my mom, and it was just us, and the older siblings weren't there, and seeing all of there was a Coffee Pot Boulevard in St. Petersburg, used to huge homes that would decorate their windows, not just like lights, but like their windows had scenes in it, and then there was a big giant sleigh that you could sit in, and there was a mailbox where you put your Santa list in, and no matter what was going on in our life, which in those times were pretty turbulent, in my growing up years, with things that were happening in my brothers and stuff like that, Mom and Dad would always take me to go look at Christmas lights and see this just magic, and that I don't know, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the feeling of that. There was like nothing else mattered but the beauty of Christmas, which is probably says something about why I do Christmas. Why I do Christmas. Yep. So So we hope that that you've had fun with us, if you've stayed on this long, right. That you share your own questions and have your own kind of walk down memory lane with your family and friends. And no matter what happens, may you remember what is the gift of Christmas, which is not only Jesus Christ, but more importantly, if I can say it this way, love. Mm-hmm. And that's why he came. And may you know how much we love you, and hope you have a blessed Christmas.
Merry Christmas.